so a long-awaited return for me. Not that anybody cares, but just because I told myself I was going to do this as a training log for me at least once a week. Fell through, just got too busy. Honestly, just made too many excuses. Maybe I just need to shoot them on my phone and drop the camera setup and drop any sort of editing. Just shoot it on my phone, upload it. Is what it is because it's really just to document everything. But nevertheless, here we are, a little bit under 10 weeks out. So we're getting into the big part of my training. So this past week was a pretty big week at like 14 and a half hours roughly. And overall, great. Felt the fatigue, but was able to push through it. Kind of went a little bit off plan, so shot myself in the foot. So I know the importance of paces, zones, easy and hard days are critical because one off plan hard day kind of set me back 2 days of my training, which it was worth it. It was a lot of fun. It was a local 8 mile race, so it was worth it. But lesson learned, noted for the rest of this prep. I'm definitely not doing anything, shutting it down, just focusing on my prep for race day for Ironman Japan. So, as we're in this, I guess, build period, I'm swimming 3 sessions, biking 3 sessions, running 3 or 4 with a brick session. All right, so my training last week was about a 14-hour week. This week will probably be similar, just a little bit different because I'm doing a big workout this weekend, which consists. We'll get into that. It's going to be a big 8-hour day. But Monday is just strength training. I've been trying to keep it so it doesn't fatigue me too much, set my recovery back, just kind of maintain my strength and my muscle to protect me from injuries. So it's some circuit, some supersets, some upper body, lower body plyometrics, trying not to fatigue my legs any more than they are. Tuesday, swim and a run. Typically, it's a little bit of speed work in my swim, but building the yards, and then it's a light interval-ish workout in the evening for my run. Wednesday, we have our bike, so that's about an hour and 45 minutes. I typically do kind of some sweet spot sessions, so 3 to 4 15 to 20 minute intervals, and kind of progressing in those each week or each cycle is what I try to do. Thursday is going to be another swim and then another run. Those are pretty moderate paced, definitely some interval works, technique work in the swim. Nothing too crazy. My harder run and swim sessions are Tuesdays. But that brings us to Friday. It's not how the plan worked out, but it's how my schedule works. So what I do Friday is kind of a recovery ride, about a 1 hour and 15 minute, easy, very easy ride, just to loosen my legs up, get some time on the seat, get my butt ready, literally and figuratively. And then Saturday is going to be my long ride day. Plan calls for it Sunday, but I don't have the time to do it, so flipped it to Saturday. All right, so Saturday long ride. That's anywhere from 5 to 6 hours. I've been doing these at a very easy zone 2, trying to keep my heart rate in the 120s to 130, 135. Maybe I'll throw some screenshots up of my Strava, but honestly, those have been going great. It's just so hot in Florida that I have to start at like 5:30. In order to do that, I've been driving 40 minutes to some place that's a little bit safer with less older people on e-bikes because I almost crashed or got taken out way too many times riding on the trail here. Great trail, just too busy. So that's my long ride, and typically I'll do a brick workout, nothing too crazy, 15 to 30 minutes at zone 2, easy effort, so 1 to 2.5, 3 miles most weeks. Sundays, that's my long run day. That varies. It's been slowly building, so now we're 2.5 to 3 hours for those long runs. So yesterday was supposed to be a 2.5 hour to 3 hour run, but due to circumstances and running that race Friday, I tried to sleep in, which meant I had to run in the evening. Holiday weekend, ate some smoked meat. Don't recommend smoked meat before long runs because it just tastes bad when you burp it back up. But I ran for about 2 hours and 21 minutes. I think it was like 15 miles. So honestly, overall, it was great. Being like 100% humidity, I can't complain with the results. I was able to maintain a good heart rate, and I mean, I think it was a 9:30 pace, so it was not record breaking, but knowing that I can knock that down is crucial. Supposed to Sundays also swim in the morning. This week I wasn't able to. This next week I'm not because it's a big day of training. But then I'm going to be implementing my open water swims with a group, more than likely Sundays to just kind of race simulation and get some more yardage in. So I'm going to be consistent 3 days a week for the next probably 8 weeks, working in all the different ranges. So my training this week, same plan, just progressing a little bit more. And then Saturday, something a little bit different. So at 9 weeks out, and I believe 4 weeks out, I'm going to do what's referred to as a big day. So I'm going to do a 1 hour swim. It's supposed to be a 90-minute rest, just to eat, get some ideally liquid carbs in you, kind of race day fuel really. Go onto your bike 5 hours, same thing, take 90 minutes, and then go for a 2 hour run. So it's doing all three disciplines in one day, not necessarily the full distance, but to give you a good idea of how is your fitness right now, what's it going to feel like, and what's your fueling plan. So making sure I'm wearing my race day kit, my fuel that I plan on using, and just feeling the fatigue. Honestly, training and fatigue is something that once you hit that wall in your training and you're able to push through, gives you that confidence in race day that you're going to be good. So big week this week. We'll see. Maybe I'll put out another one at the end of this week, early next week, of how this big workout went. Getting nervous, but I'm definitely feeling confident. So that's good. All right, and just some things that have kind of been on my mind about this whole Ironman prep. First off, it's not been easy. Mentally, there's been so many days where I didn't want to go. I didn't want to run. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to swim. There's been days when the gym that I go to, the pool is closed, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go home. I sucked it up. I drove to other gyms. I haven't missed a workout. Not saying that that's a flex at all, but just knowing that mentally I'm there. I've done the work. Sure, may I've modified some of the workouts to be a little bit less intensity, a little bit lower mileage every once in a while when I feel my body needs it. Not my mind, but my body actually needs it. I have been listening to my body in those cases. And on top of that, got engaged, so that was great. That's why I was able to get the new bike. But then really it's just thinking about the logistics. Signing up for my first Ironman, being in Japan, really cool because it sounded really cool, but honestly it's pretty stressful. Just trying to figure out logistically what's going on. I think it'll be fine. I'm pretty easygoing, pretty just chill. So as long as I can figure out my bike situation in a bike box, that's really my biggest concern is what bike box am I going to use to ship my bike to the other side of the world? Looking at some hard cases, but it doesn't stop there. I now have to figure out how to get this bike box around Japan. So Japan, renting a small car, I don't know, shipping it, I don't know. I guess we're going to cross that bridge when we get there. So I guess plan A now is rental car to the hotel and rental car while I'm in Hokkaido. So when I'm ready for my Ironman. Then afterwards, just get a luggage service to ship it to Tokyo before I fly out. That's kind of the plan, but we might be road tripping, so worst case, I can just take it in our rental car from Hokkaido to Tokyo and figure it out. But definitely don't want to do that, but worst case scenario, I guess I can do that. And I don't know what inspired me to do this, but I signed up for another Ironman 3 weeks later. That's going to be Ironman 70.3, so just a half. Ironman Waco, I did it last year. I kind of want redemption. I'm bringing my bike. My goal is to cut a very substantial amount of time off of my half from last year. Hopefully the weather's in the 70s like it usually is, and it's not 97. Last year it was absolutely brutal, but I just want to go back there and cut a lot of time off. I don't want to say it now and put it out there, but don't want to get too disappointed if I don't hit that number. But definitely that is going to be a race that I'm going to probably either crush my time by 45 minutes or I'm going to absolutely blow up. There's going to be no in between. So it may result in me walking the last half of the half marathon, because I plan on absolutely hammering the bike to try to avoid the heat, honestly, a little bit. And it's a great course. It was fast last year, so hammering the bike just to also hopefully hammer the run, kind of get through the swim. Maybe by then I'll also be way faster. Don't know, but that's where I'm really going to send it. I feel like with all my long Ironman workouts, yes, I haven't been doing a ton of speed workout at those half distances, but all of this long, hard volume that I'm doing now, I should be able to push through the fatigue for the half. So going to be doing a lot of recovery in those 2.5 weeks between the races. Massages, hot springs in Japan, fly back, probably go get some tissue work done by my boy Skylar, and then just maybe easy workouts, maybe a couple to feel what the pace is, a couple interval workouts, just so I know what to expect. You never know, your watch may die, and it's good just to get a feel of what do those paces feel like, that mentally know, hey, I'm running, this is an 8-minute pace, this is a 22 miles per hour, whatever. Just feeling race pace is, I think, very important. So that's my immediate race plan. So I guess I'm 10 and 12 or 10 and 12, a little under 10 weeks out and a little under 12 or over 12 weeks for Waco. Then I'm going to kind of take probably a 4-week strength phase of a lot of lower body training and a lot of hard cycling and biking, and really just focus on running and cycling for probably 4 or 5 weeks before then going into the last race of the year, Haines City. I know that course is no joke, so gonna be probably my main race. That's my goal, 70.3. So Haines City, I really want to be competitive for. I want to be really fast on the bike, but realistically, I want to prove to myself I can be in the 7s on the marathon, half marathon, and like ideally 140 per 100 on the swim would be anything under that would love, but being realistic here. And then the bike, I don't know if it's a hilly course or not, but 21, 22 miles per hour is what I'd like my average to be. So I'd like to be sub 240 on the bike. We'll see. If that'll happen, I don't know, but I'm going to be better about logging this, but it's probably just going to be more phone stuff, because I would love, me being the photographer I am, I would love to just bring my camera everywhere, but shooting Canon, everything's a little bit bigger. I want to get like a 360 thing, but not shoot 360, so it's very small and I can hook it on my bars or whatever. But I guess we can flip it and check out this new purchase I made. So Quintana Roo, PR62, TT bike, pretty stoked on it. Basically brand new, fully spec'd, basically every upgrade you can possibly do is done on this, and I got it for a great deal. So that also has changed my training. If you're thinking about a TT bike, it's in your budget, 1,000,000% do it. It is killer. Like, just how aero you are. I thought I was aero on my road bike with my aero bars, but you don't know aero until you ride one of these. If you're not comfortable on a road bike, though, I definitely don't recommend this. If you're comfortable on a road bike and biking in general, go for it. Nothing's going to make you faster. You just got to train harder, but I've been putting in brutal indoor trainer sessions, and they have definitely paid off on this. It flies. So that's it. 10 weeks out, under 10 weeks out. So I guess we'll check in after this big workout, and that's really going to be the test, and see what I can do. I'd like to get about 3,500 yards on the swim, 100 miles on the bike, and then, I don't know, 2 hours, so probably about a half marathon on the run. So we'll check in after that, but until then, I guess you may or may not see me again. I don't know. I haven't been consistent, but I'm planning on it now, so let's go.